Howdy everybody, here to do a quick EDC video right in front of this nice beautiful bee balm plant here. Using my tripod again, so you know I'm not the most practiced with it, but just wanted to show what do I carry in the life of farmer and smith every day. Just a couple items that I think everybody should carry all the time. First off, I believe this was Das Offenmeer or something to that effect on Etsy. His shop is still up, though it's on break right now. This one was made in 2015. I've been carrying it for a decade plus at this point. It was a gift from my wife. I've taken all of my cards out in order to show you all. I got mine in natural leather, so it started out all very light natural leather, no dye, because I love how leather ages over time with use. It tells the story of what's been carried and how it's been carried and how long it's been carried. So yeah, highly recommend it. I believe this was called the Nimitz or something along those lines. Very minimal amount of actual stitching. The stitching I chose natural white cordage, cotton cordage. But yeah, highly recommend it. I don't go easy on any product I buy, so if this has survived as long as it has, then you know it's a good quality product. So highly recommend that. Oh, look, got a cat fur in there. You know it's used. Alright, next up, I always carry a knife I forged, because I'm always testing and experimenting and seeing what works and what doesn't. This one right here is on my Etsy shop. It is a bear tooth or bear fang knife. It's themed on nature. It's fully functional though, sharp blade, rounded spine like a real tooth, meant to mimic the root of a tooth in the handle. Very nice little knife. Been testing it out. And I do some abuse testing, but I also always carry a cheap but good quality knife. In this case it is a cold steel liaison. I also highly recommend the cold steel Tylite for this use. I need to resharpen this one, though it's not entirely blunt. I've carried this one for over 5 years, used it for everything you are and aren't supposed to use a knife for. There is a very slight amount of play, but for everything that this knife has gone through, this play is very minimal. So I highly recommend, at least if you can find an old one. Some people tell me cold steel's not as good as it used to be, but the cold steel liaison, cold steel Tylite are great budget knives in the $30 to $40 range that just take abuse and keep ticking. Also, the Tylite comes with a metal clip. This one comes with a polymer clip, so that if you have a car and you're worried about scratching it up, you don't have a metal clip that rubs on things. It's all plastic. But it's held up, like I said, 5 years. I use the clip 24/7. You can tell by the wear. It's been seeing a lot of use, but it holds up. So I have no complaints about that cold steel liaison. This one is a ThruNite Archer Mini. I've carried it maybe 3 or 4 years now. Just a few months back I snapped the recurve part of the clip. That sucks because I like to be able to put it on top of a hat as a headlamp. But I'm thinking at this point I may remove this entirely and put some electrical tape around it just so I can bite it. Because I find that I bite a lot of the time to hold on to it, and it hurts my lips. So having something on there that I could bite with my teeth would help. But it's a nice light in the $25 to $30 range, and what I like about them especially is that they are rechargeable in the same way a phone is. So I only need to carry one piece of equipment to keep it charged and keep it in use, and I paint the inside of that with glow-in-the-dark nail polish, and I paint the grooves inside the bezel, around the bezel, all have glow-in-the-dark nail polish. So if this thing goes out, or if I drop it, I can usually find it again pretty quickly by those glowing lights. So, ThruNite Archer Mini, not at all a bad choice. Next up, just a standard cheap clipper I've had in my pocket for 5 years. I refill it on a rare occasion. I've yet to actually need a new flint. I should mention I'm not a smoker. I just carry this for sealing paracord or lighting fires around the farm when I need to. I use wood ash for a lot of different gardening things. I like clippers because, as I already demonstrated, you can remove the sparker and just use it as a sparking wheel to light things while saving your fuel. And it has this part here, allows you to unscrew it. There's a spring inside there, and there's a flint there. So if you find like an empty Bic lighter while you're hiking through the woods, you can smash the Bic lighter and take the flint out and keep this thing sparking. So this did have a sugar skull on it, but it's worn off from years of use. I bought this during the early days of COVID when we couldn't get enough Bic lighters in at Walmart's. So they started carrying clippers for a little bit. So yeah, that's been in my pocket that long. Alongside it, in the same pocket, is my absolute favorite lighter. I do like clippers a lot, but because this is a valuable item, both monetarily and valuable for survival, I have it on a stretchy shock cord. And this is a modified Japanese Hanwei knot. So if I ever need to, I can quickly pull this belt loop, because I hang this on my belt, and put it in a pocket. I can push this loop back through that hoop and then yank, and all this will come undone, and I'll have a very long spool that I can hold this on. When it unscrews, I should specify first, this is a Exotac Titan light. They have sales pretty regularly throughout the year. If you like this product, I highly recommend waiting for a sale. They are very expensive in my eyes. $50 to me, or $60 or whatever they are now, is quite expensive. They might be $70 even. But I've been carrying way longer than 5 years. I've been carrying one of these. I think this is the original I got, and I got a second one I just threw in an emergency kit. Because they've been such a good product, I wanted to support them and buy another. But the top of it can be set aside. It has a large flint wheel, better for cold hands. And first light up, I haven't lit this lighter in many years, many years. And first strike, it lit right up. I won't lie or sugarcoat it. It did kind of jam up, so I rolled it forward first and then struck it. But it lit up first try. Now it functions like a Zippo. It's refilled with Zippo fluid, but because it seals shut, I haven't filled this thing up in years and years and years. It's got a little bit of crud on it from being in my pocket and riding around. Change the flint, you press this bar out, you take this whole housing away, but I don't need to do that right now. And screw shut, holds everything safely. And to refill it, the bottom comes off and you pour lighter fluid in there. I keep a spare wick, and below the wick there are some actual spare flints, I do believe. Yep, spare flints. So I always keep enough supplies to keep this thing running. And that is my preferred lighter for a number of reasons. It also Bic lighters stop working when they get too cold, but this thing will keep going, I believe, down to 30 or 40 below zero. I could be wrong, but they're quite good even on a very cold day. Lastly, I can't show you my phone because it's recording, but I have an old phone case. I believe this was Maxpedition. Yeah, Maxpedition, mostly worn away, but it holds up. It holds my phone on my hip. And I always keep a notepad. Many different EDCs throughout history. Even, the Ninja, you should always carry something to write with. Notes last longer. And down in there are hand warmers, because you never know when you're going to get so cold that you can't use your fingers right to light the fire. So hand warmers to get your hands warm to be able to light the fire. So, there's the majority of my EDC. Now lastly, I didn't want to show it on camera. I know some people are uncomfortable with it. Some people would consider it poor taste, so I'm not going to show it, but I do carry a firearm every day that I'm able to. I really am a big fan, big proponent of what some people would call mouse guns or palm guns or pocket guns. Small, easy to carry, easy to always have on you. You're not looking for a gun that's going to win every gunfight in the world. You just want to have it on you. My biggest reason for this is because I used to kind of be like, I'll carry when I can, but I live in a safe area now, it's not a big deal. I ran into a injured animal that was clearly beyond help, and my options were to leave it to suffer and die, or to help it pass. And if I didn't have a gun on me, my only other options would have been to just hit it with a stick or something and hope for the best. So by carrying a gun on that day, I was able to lessen that suffering in the world. The gun may save my life one day too, but that was sort of the thing that cemented it for me. I will always have a gun if I can, because it allows me to lessen suffering in some situations. Lastly, I have a Wazoo survival gear belt, all sorts of things in it. I won't bother to dig them all out, but I do recommend this belt. The belt buckle has a bottle opener and a signal mirror, so I can signal for help. And the entire thing has a pocket on the inside. I usually keep like a $20 bill up here just in case, because sometimes cash is needed. I have a needle and thread. I think right here I have a magnifying lens and a tick key. And then up here I have a straw that I sealed both ends on, but that straw has caffeine pills inside it in case I ever need to stay awake. So there you go. Quick, simple EDC. Hopefully that teaches you something. Hopefully gets you thinking about things. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video as soon as I can. Goodbye.